Hello everyone and welcome back. This will be a general weekly reading for the sign of Leo for the week of February 23rd. And at this time I would like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed, and for sharing with others, as well as all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched. Some of you have even hit the hype button, so thank you for that. And of course, for all the lovely comments. It is so nice to read them and answer them. I quite enjoy them. It makes my week. You know, it's nice to know that you guys are enjoying them. You're understanding them. Some of you are putting in there that, you know, you're subscribing to my channel. You're glad that you found my channel. So, you know, and I'm glad you did as well. So thank you very much for all of that, for noticing me. Thank you. And the 5 of Rods. So, looks like for some of yous, you are thinking about moving up the ladder in your job, whatever that may be. Or maybe you've applied recently for some sort of job, and you were quite worried about if you had enough, if you understood enough, you know, the norm. The butterflies in the tummy sort of thing. But, you know, there's competition, but you feel more secure in yourself finally. More assured that I'm not getting involved in all that. You know, there's my resume. This is who I am. This is what I bring to the table. This is what's on offer. And you're not doing anything other than that. You're being authentic and yourself. And that is going to help you to stand out so much better than all that competition, people trying to outdo one another, or, you know, get that notice. You're not participating in that. And that is a quality that these people are looking for. So you're standing out a lot better than you realize. And the Ace of Rods. So definitely a new beginning. There's an opportunity. It literally knocked on your door. And you were smart enough, you know, you have the energy, you got heart for this, and this is a new career. You know, some sort of creative project that you've had an interest in a long time, and you finally get that opportunity. So that's beautiful, you know, and you get to get excited again, like you got that spark back, and you're willing to out with the old and in with the new, and this new adventure, and the opportunity is just made for you. You know, this is almost cookie cut. You know, when you're going to work and you like your job so much that it's not a job. You know, it's something that you like to go and do and enjoy. So you are really stepping into a position of fulfillment for yourself. So this opportunity really has got the potential of what it is you desire for yourself. So that's a big step. Yeah, and the 6 of Cups. Looks like for many of you have thought about this from, you know, quite a young age. And this opportunity gives you that vigor back for when you were much younger, you know, and your head was just, I can do it. You didn't think about it. You know, maybe you've talked to somebody that you haven't seen for a while, and they, you know, sort of bring that back up going, oh yeah, nothing much changed here. You know, do you remember when? You know, and it's going to put such a fire under you and a smile on your face, because, you know, you probably have even forgot about it. It's strange what you say when you're young and you have no consequences of it, or what, you know, all it entails. It's just something you have an interest in. So you are really content this week with not only your memories, but where you're at. Look at that. The 3 of Cups, a celebration, an invitation for some of you to go to something, be part of something. And you're going to do it. So good on you. You know, it takes a lot to go to some of these, you know, get-togethers with people that you haven't seen or talked to in decades. And, and you gear yourself up for one way for this, how you're panning it out, how it's going to play out, and it's nothing even close. You're happy that you went. It's like a celebration. People are rewarding one another. You feel like you're fitting in and you're content and happy. You're going to be so glad that you have accepted this invitation. And that can be an invitation for many, many things. But you're doing it with a more open mind than most, which is a good place to come from. And the Queen of Rods, look at that. Success, ventures. You're acting on your dreams again. You're being more flexible, around things in your home life, your job. And you're willing to share the limelight with others. You're not trying to just be the only one. No, quite the opposite. You are understanding that it takes more than one to build this enterprise of your life. And you're sharing that. But you are on your own path now. You're aligning with what it is meant for you. It's no longer on the shelf. In developing things within yourself, that inner strength that you will share with others, because it's coming to you so easily. This could be you becoming the manager of something as well, pursuing something that it's a dream that you have thought of for a long time. And the Justice, well, they might want you to sign a contract to say that you're going to be there in, whatever number of years instead of months, sort of thing. Or this could be something that needed to be dealt with for a long time. Settling up of an old debt. And just clarity in your life. Things are going to be in much more balance, which helps you to know what your next move is. Understanding which way to go, cause and effect. But there looks like there's a contract that needs to be signed. This could be clearing up, like I said, of old debts for yourself, which is going to help you to step into your future in a much more stronger position. And then it's going to be, that part's done. You can let it go and you don't have to think about it anymore. Wow. The Ace of Cups. So there could be a small windfall coming in, which is helping you. There's an overflow of abundance in all things in your life. So that's beautiful. There's passion here. There's finances here. There's good judgment calls. Like you're really, not allowing yourself to be silly here. But this is a new opportunity. This might be a new relationship, like a new love in some people's lives. But you are really using the judgment card. You're understanding that, yes, people present themselves in certain ways and talk certain ways, but you are listening to their words and watching their actions, like how they treat others. Do they, really have the follow through? And it's not just one time. You're making sure it's consistent and natural. So good for you for, understanding what people are really all about. How does people really react in the world? So no rose-colored glasses on you this week. You are really looking to see that they are all that they say they are. All right. And the Five of Cups. So a little bit of remorse, looking back, regrets, coulda, woulda, shoulda, all the normal things in life. Everybody goes through them. Maybe you kind of wishing that you had done something a little bit sooner or had more follow through on something else, whatever it happens to be for you. But you're realizing that it's cause and effect. You can't change it, undo it, or fix it. It's called the past. So you're spending a little bit of time on there. And that's probably to do with this Ace of Cups. Something new or somebody new coming in. And you're making sure that you see things very clearly. You've learned from the past. You're still moving forward, but you're taking that reflection, looking back, making sure things are as they are for yourself. So that's a good place. And you won't be there for very much longer. You're just really taking care of yourself. Yeah, look at that, the Ace of Wands. Something is requiring you to take action. Make a move. Now, this may be an offer for a trip somewhere, and it's requiring you to give a yes or a no. And it's going to happen. It's not long term. It's just something that has come up, and it's requiring you to get on board or get out of the way, sort of thing. So you're really looking back at your past. You're going through the mindset very quickly, where you were, cause and effect, who did what, where, and how, before you make this decision. And it will be like that fast of a decision as well, but it's requiring that of you. And the Ace of Pentacles. Well, there's your card. There could be a small windfall coming in. So, this is something that may cause you to need to talk to a financial advisor. Looking for somebody to help you to invest in your future. This could be applying for a job, a job that you thought, there is not a hope. And so, but you thought, why not? I'll apply for it. Give me a good giggle on the weekend, sort of thing. And it turns out they go, yeah, this is your dream job. Come on. So this is your yes card from the universe. It's giving you that extra, extra finances, tangible goods, good results, lucky card, and it's going to help you to gain so much faster and set you free financially as well for many of you. And that's like so exciting. This is some of you starting to take care of your health. Getting back into shape, doing some exercises, starting to pay off. People are starting to comment that, hey, all right, looking good, sort of thing. So it helps you to keep on track, knowing that, you're doing the right thing, right time. Ooh, and the Page of Swords. Well, you knew this was coming. This is a disagreement of some sort. But you've been ready for this for a long time. It was just a matter of the next time they say or they do, whatever it happens to be in these relationships, you're going to say your peace of mind. Well, that's what's coming in for you. You're realizing that, yeah, you fight fair, but you're going to fight. You're not just going to just take it on the chin and accept it that that's who they are and that's how they talk and all that sort of stuff. No. You've decided that may be who they are, but this is who I am. And you're going to show them your strength, just to make sure there's no misinterpretation that this is things that are going to change. And you're not backing down from it. And the Nine of Swords, look at that. Stress, worry, analyzing, overthinking. Oh boy. And you're mentally going through it. And it's taking a toll. Nobody else is noticing, but you are. This could be some sort of mental block that it's caused you to feel that you're not good enough or have enough or whatever it happened to be for you. And you want that to stop. You want to get out of that merry-go-round. You want to be able to go to bed at night and just sleep and shut it down and shut it off. And that's what you're allowing yourself to do by standing up for yourself. You're finally realizing that, okay, one way or the other, and you do it. And it will help you. And the Four of Pentacles, yeah, watching your finances. And many people, they call this the miser card. But to me, it's not. It's you being much wiser with your finances. Hanging on to your money, not overspending just because you have some, making sure that, you're taking care of your future first. Yeah, you'll reward yourself a little bit, but you won't get carried away. You don't want to backslide anymore. And you're realizing the only way that that will stop and you can get off that merry-go-round is by you investing and hanging on to your future. And you're willing to do that now. You're not spending money willy-nilly. You've really learned some valuable lessons here. And they haven't been easy, but you have learned. So you are hanging on and investing in your future. And that doesn't matter how old you are. All right, and one more card. Yeah, look at that. 5 of Swords. Moving away from deceitful people, talking behind your back, trying to push all the buttons, trying to win at all cost, you know. And you're no longer participating in that. You're realizing that, okay, I will succeed, and you will, but you need to cut that sort of mentality out of your life. So you're standing your ground, you're saying your piece, you're letting people know that you're no longer, you know, that gullible person anymore. This is who you really are, you know, listen to me roar and here you come. So good for you. All right, and your Oracle card. Seek out an intellectual stimulation to your problem. The need to act quickly and decisively. Sudden or unexpected changes. Yeah, and there you go. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely talk to you again next week. Bye for now.